But there are many people in my circle, friends and colleagues and podcast guests, who are making the opposite error. Many of them are almost exclusively focused on the problem of the far left, and this is causing them to significantly discount the harm that Trump has caused and is actively causing to our society. Some of these people are Trump supporters, but many aren't. And they've been taking the Trump team's allegations that the election was stolen through massive voter fraud way too seriously. And they're extending a principle of charity to Trump and to the rest of his team that is frankly delusional. Again, there is a needle to thread here, and many people don't appear to even see it. Insofar as I've noticed what others in the so-called intellectual dark web have been saying, it's generally not something I want to be associated with. I don't want to single anyone out in particular, but allow me to take this moment to turn in my imaginary membership card to this imaginary organization.
Well, anyway, this can happen all over the place. There's some danger, in the case of Dave Rubin, for example, that he's hearing, the cheers of a bunch of people who are all concentrated in one mindset, and he thinks that what he's saying is making sense, and in fact, it seems to be making less sense over time as he's moving closer to a group that is united behind ideas that are not robust.
Josephine Matthias, welcome to the Rubin Report. It even says that in her Twitter bio. Blair White, welcome to the Rubin Report.
Thank you for having me.
Believes that life is too good to waste on bad ideas. Andrew Seidel, welcome to the Rubin Report.
Thank you for having me on. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you. We've met once in real life, not on camera, as citizens out there in the world. We had a couple of drinks and
then we went to a Reason rally.
And then we went to the Reason rally, and I spoke at the Reason rally, and it was a weekend full of free thinking.
It was a lovely time. I really enjoyed it in the nation's capital.
Argument with people, that stupid libertarian argument. I'm like, look, my dad's an architect. My stepfather's an architect. I grew up on construction sites. You have to have inspectors. If you don't have inspectors, man, you're fucked. Like, these guys there's a lot of dirtbags out there making houses. They're bad people. They're cutting corners and stealing money and watering down the cement. Like, get the fuck out of here. You can't let the market decide.
Do you want the government to tell you how to do all these things and all the regulations that you got to have your electric thing this far from this and like all
the regulations like that for construction are important though. You do have to make sure that people don't do stupid shit. But sure you don't have a power line that's near a water line. There's a lot of.
But I would put most of that on the builders though. They want to build things that are good. Now I get it.
That's not true. Listen, man, I was in construction my whole life. My dad was an architect. Yeah. I've been in construction since I was a little kid. You fucking need regulations. These guys, a lot of people that are in construction, they'll do whatever the fuck they can to make money, and it's not good for the people that have the house because they might have that house for 5-10 years before that problem manifests.
But I think in the grand scheme of things, Candace is much bigger. I really believe that in terms of because I think she could be a direct line to all of the political parts of this if she decides to go that route. Because I think she could run for Senate or
what?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You high?
Yeah.
Did you get high
I'm not
before
high.
You got here?
I'm not high today. I'm only smoking maybe once a week on Sundays. And now I'm on tour, so I'm not really at all. But
maybe I'll spark up a joint and have you reconsider what you just said. You said you watched the podcast I did with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched, I don't know, maybe at least an hour and a half of it or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Why what?
Well, I don't know. Why are you saying it that way?
Will I go on Rogan's podcast? I asked him, and our PR people asked him about a bajillion times to go on for my book. We did not get a response as far as I know, so I don't know what happened there. It's a little weird for me to say that publicly. I don't know what happened.